Hello, hello, and welcome to the Good Witch. This is your May 2020 Sagittarius reading. So, I am excited to have you here. And for those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, I'm glad to feel your vibes again. So while I was shuffling your cards, someone has a crush on you. I'm gonna just put that out there. Someone has a huge crush on you, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. We're gonna look at your love, your prosperity, and a message from the divine. We are gonna dig a little deeper into you and some healing that I feel like you have to do this month. But while I was shuffling your cards, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell notification so that you can get notified when I upload new videos, because sometime this week I will be uploading a pick a card reading that will involve prizes and giveaways. So I've had some people that ask me for some things, but this is a business. I don't really give away things for free. But if you need them, that would be a good opportunity to get a reading or get something from the Good Witch store. I'll be doing a giveaway. So just know that, okay? So hit the bell notification and hopefully you win. All right. So the song. You know, if you watch my videos, that a lot of the times when I'm shuffling, I get songs, poems, raps, limericks, whatever, quotes from just source that guides me throughout the reading or gives me some insight to your situation. The song that popped in my head was one I haven't heard probably since 2003, and it was an India Ari song called I See the God in You. Somebody has a crush on you, and it's somebody that may or may not have told you yet, but they are seriously watching you in the month of May. And for those of you in relationships, this person doesn't necessarily know, but they don't necessarily care. So the song is like, I wonder if you really know that I see God in you. And I wonder if you can see how much you mean to me. I know you cannot read my mind, but I hope you feel the vibes. So they want to let you know that they think you're amazing. How amazing is it for someone to see the God in you? And that's just how they see you. They're wondering about your life and, if you have someone in your life, and if so, does she treat you right? And this is where they are. And that's what they're thinking. And, I'm just putting it out there. So let's talk to our relationships. Let's look at our Sagittarians' love life. Okay, and that's a good idea. So I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to look at, well, not really differently. We're just going to pull cards differently. I pulled cards for Sagittarians already for their love. That is for Sagittarians in relationships. I'm pulling a separate 3 for Sagittarians that are single. And y'all know, my readings don't always, they're not scripted. So I listen to spirit, I listen to the divine, I listen to my intuition. That's why it's an intuitive tarot reading. And we go through it as we go through it. So sometimes all of our readings turn into a love reading. Sometimes we pull Orisha cards. Sometimes we pull fairy cards. Sometimes they're songs, sometimes they're not. So right now, we're going to have a single and a relationship Sagittarian. Okay, let's see. And yeah, I'm nosy, so I looked at 2 of the 3 while I was putting them down. Let's look at the ones. Let's look at our Sagittarians and relationships first. I wonder if you really know that I see God in you. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups, the Star card, and the Hierophant. Okay, so somebody sees you. You are loved this month. Someone sees you as a wish fulfillment, and someone sees the God in you. There is someone who either, okay, cross-watcher, go ahead and turn it off. Now, there is someone who sees you, sees the God in you, and they feel like the person that you're with doesn't recognize it. I wear that sometimes to guard me from certain things. Okay, they feel like the person that you're with doesn't recognize it. They feel like they can treat you better. Whether that be true or not, it's not for me to say, but that's something you know. I also, with the Eight of Cups, it feels like a settling energy. I feel like you're with someone that you feel like is an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, which isn't bad, y'all. That's pretty damn good. I'm just saying. But y'all just, you feel like you may be looking for the bigger, better deal, and this person feels like they are the bigger, better deal. Maybe this is a friend that you complain to about someone, or someone you work with that has, or go to school with, or a neighbor that has seen how someone treats you during an argument or something like that. And they're like, you know what? He deserves better than that. She deserves better than that. I can be better than that. And they're not even telling you. They might not even told you yet. But you know, it's flattering when you find out. Because I got a feeling you will be finding out. I don't see you giving it a lot of attention. Now, your partner may give it a lot of attention. And they're upset and offended, naturally. But you're not giving it a lot of attention. It's more like, if you do give it a little bit, it's a talk-to situation, not a full-on 100% cheating situation. And it's because you feel like your current relationship isn't completing you. It's missing something. It's lacked a lot of pleasure lately. And you're wondering if a clean slate would be better. You've toyed with this thought back and forth for 11 is a number, like 11 months, 11 years, 11 days, 11 weeks. You've been going back and forth with this thought of, is it enough? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I just wipe the slate clean? But something is holding you there, and it's not emotion. The thing that's holding you there is not love. It may be nightmares, bad thoughts, bad experiences, comfortability, because this person isn't horrible. And you've had some horrible situations, and you don't want to leave something that's not horrible and run off and meet somebody that is horrible when you had a perfectly fine situation where you are. So if perfectly fine is enough, then that's okay. But be careful with this person that sees the God in you. Let's look into them. Y'all want to be nosy? I don't normally do it, but let's be nosy and look into this person. Let's see if we can get some more details on who they are, the type of person they are. Who is it that sees the God in our Sagittarius in relationships? Give me detailed information about this person that will register with the viewers, that will register with the subscribers. I want this to register well with the subscribers, the people who are subscribed to this channel. Give me some insight into their person who sees the God in them. I wonder if you can see how much you mean to me. I know you're gonna be my mind. This is a very creative person. A person that has a lot of virtue. Possibly someone who recently moved near you. Or moved near you. They could have stayed near you before and left and came back. I see all signs. I see some fire. You may have had a pleasurable experience with this person in the past, even if it was a simple conversation. So you've spoken to this person before. You know them. And I'm not talking about nationality here. I'm talking, they probably have a really like toned appearance, and they have like a copper skin. If they're white, they tan. If they're Latina, they are browner skinned Latina. If they're African American, they're a very brown complexion, like a middle tone. The number 3 means something. You haven't really thought about them, but they have been thinking about you. It's somebody who you didn't really see yourself having a relationship. You didn't see anything with this person. You just thought this was a cool person, a friend, someone nice. And they're very passionate about you. They're very strong-willed, and they speak a lot. Like, they speak, when they speak, people listen. They may not be a Leo, but they have a very roar-like personality. They don't talk a lot, but when they do talk, people listen. So maybe that gave you some idea into them. For some of you, this person may have like a reddish blonde hair, and they have their own money. They're not needing you for anything. They're very powerful as far as a person. They're very powerful. They may hold a very respected title, and they have their own money. And they're very slow to anger. Like, you can't really make this person mad. So maybe that helps figure out who this person is. And you're fighting off thoughts of them, and they're not in and out. They would be a very stable person. They would be someone who, if they came in, if you gave them the opportunity to be there, they would be there. Now, I'm not going to tell you that they would be great, but I'm going to tell you that they would be there. Okay, now, this is a very emotional time for you as far as oracle cards, and the oracle card for your love wants me to let you know that you and your loved ones are safe. A new moon in Cancer, it can be a very emotional time. It wants me to let you know that your loved ones are safe, okay? And if that's not relieving, if you were worried about somebody, your loved ones are safe. Now let's look at our single Sagittarius. Okay, so our single Sagittarius, you want not really a relationship. You want something in your life, or you're gonna get something in your life in May. That is the Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Disc in reverse. It's not necessarily stable, but it's passionate. It is peaceful. Passionate and peaceful for me sound like something you should make into a relationship, but that's not always true. You know, a little off, but that sounds like fun. It sounds like you'll be having a lot of fun in the month of May with somebody who you really don't see a future with, or you won't see a future with for long. And it'll be a successful relationship. It won't turn into anything stable. They won't want you to change, and there will be no future in it, but it is fun for the moment. Sorry if that's not what you wanted me to pull, but that's what I pulled. They don't see you as the emperor. They kind of see you as something, you know, quarantine-based, something fun to do. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing friend. It's a fling. They don't want to start anything long-term, but they will be coming a-knocking. And there could be multiple people, so you would have your choice. Some of you will have your choice of people, of who you wanted to do that with. But I don't see any long relationships coming for my Sagittarius that are single right now. People that are interested, people to keep you entertained. Ooh. Lust. That's what it is. Okay, let's look at your finances, Sagittarius. Princess of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Swords. So you do have abundance coming in, and you have people asking you for money to donate to causes. You have sorrow. It's like your finances are balanced this month. You won't have, it's not an overflow. It's things, you have everything you need and nothing more right now. Nothing is coming at a rapid pace. Everything's taking its time. But you have a full moon in Gemini. Everything you need, every answer you need is on the way. So it's like you get everything you need, and then you have to give it right back out. Like almost paycheck to paycheck. And that causes you to cut off some bad habits and be more passionate about your passion. So becoming paycheck to paycheck for the month of May, you don't like that feeling and you have cut off some bad habits. Maybe you stopped doing some things that you didn't need to do. You reassessed your finances and cut off some things and some places and some people that needed to be cut off from your finances. And you refocused your attention onto things that you were passionate about. And that stops that and it gives you a new beginning in your finances to where you can start to build. You're building from a new foundation once you cut off some of those old bad thought processes, okay? Spirit is saying be careful who you date. Be careful who you date when it comes to your finances. So if you're going into this if you have this finance situation and we're all going through things and people see that your needs are met, they're going to flock to you because a lot of people's needs are not met. So even though it's not overflowing, people see where you are and they need help. And some people are going to come to you like they want to date you, but it's because they need help. That's why your love reading said what it was, single. Sagittarius, be careful with that because people will come in so you can help them get stable, even if it makes you a little off balance. The person that you need to deal with is someone who doesn't really want anything serious from you. And if you want something serious later, fine, later. But for right now, just learn to enjoy this person. For my relationship people, this person that sees the God in you has their own. This other person loves you. So this is a decision that you're going to have to make, whether you want to start something new that could potentially be 10 times better or potentially be 10 times worse, or you want to stay stable and stay where you are. Okay, now, message from the divine. Be careful how you entertain this person that has a crush on you because you don't want to string them along and they become obsessed. Watch that. Like I said, this person has a powerful job. They're probably successful. They have their own money and they're used to getting their way. So if you tell them no, that's fine. But you can't tell them yeah, maybe, and they're not going to understand. They're the type of person, and this will help you identify them. They're the type of person where their yeses mean yes. They want your yes to mean yes and your no to mean no. So give them that. If it's no, then it's no, and y'all can move on with y'all day. If it's yes, then it's yes, and they'll be ecstatic. They're not going to get maybe. Okay? Message from the divine, a bigger message. If you don't like where you are in life, change it. Period. You have the Nine of Discs in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Adjustment card. And your Oracle card says, New Moon Eclipse, expect powerful changes. If you don't like where you are, change it. Shit or get off the pot. That's what it is. If you don't like your life situation, change your life situation. Nobody else can do that but you. You sit around and obsess about what you don't have and then you don't do anything to go get it. Or you do just a little bit. That's not enough. Off your ass and on your feet. Can't say you want to live in Paris France, and you don't have a passport and you're scared to drive from Houston to Paris, Texas. It don't make sense. How you gonna get there? If somebody offered you a job in Paris, France, you couldn't take it because you ain't got no passport. You don't have the money saved to go. If your job, when you come off furlough, said, okay, well, we know you had an obsession with Paris. You had pictures all over your office. You know what? We're gonna transfer you to our Paris office. But you gotta leave next week. You're not going, dear, because you don't have a passport and you don't have nothing saved and nothing in preparation to go. You ain't looked up a lick of French. You don't know where nothing at. You hadn't even studied it. So if you want that, if you want to change something, change it. Stop talking. If you want a house, You tired of living in your apartment and you wanted to buy a house. But you don't even know what your credit score is. You don't know what the home buying rates are right now. You don't know, you haven't talked to a bank. You haven't started saving for a down payment. You don't have any furniture to put in this house. Like, you have nothing. You haven't started anything. How are you going to tell the universe that's what you want when you haven't even started working on it? Off your ass and on your feet, dears. Okay, that has been your PSA from the Good Witch and a message from the Divine. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm not all soft and cuddly all the time, but sometimes you need to hear what you need to hear. It's like saying you want to have a baby, but you don't want to have sex and you don't want to believe in adoption. So, look like you're not going to have no kids. And you don't have a partner. You could do in vitro or go to a sperm bank. Like, there's some options, but you hadn't researched those yet. So, do you really want it? Like, just think about what you really want and then take action towards it this month. Start this month. Get off your ass and on your feet. When? May 2020. This month. Okay? Peace, love, and light. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you need personal readings, consultations, or spiritual goods, check out thgoodwitch.com. Peace, love, and light.